Well, welcome to this series that I plan to put together. If you're looking for all the wonderful answers, I probably won't be able to give you all the answers. But if you're willing to go on a journey, because that's what I believe Scripture helps us go on, then I hope you've come to the right place. So, what are we going to look at? We're looking at the whole area of what is called eschatology. Now, there's a big word. Probably most of you know that means something along the lines of the study of the end times. The Greek word plural ta eschata means the last things. So it's kind of a look at the future, what's going to happen, what lies ahead. I guess most of you, when you hear the term, you think heaven and hell, what happens when you die. That's all part of it for sure. But the big element that is missing there is what about creation? Bible, as we will see, is full of insights about creation, past tense, present tense, and certainly future tense. If you have touched on or been touched by what I might call popular eschatology, terms such as the rapture, 666, what on earth does Mark of the Beast mean? All those terms you might want to throw in. And yes, we will come to look at some of those. They're not really central. We've got to get hold of the central story first, and then we move from there. So part of what I need to ask of you is patience. Yes, there are 1,000 questions, and at the end you will still have a number of questions. But really we need patience. We need to go at it step by step, build from a foundation, and see where the sight lines are pointing to. One of our big challenges is we have an ancient piece of literature. We call it the Bible, of course, but it's ancient. It wasn't written in our era. It wasn't even written to us. So it's kind of a strange book to be trying to handle. And if we make assumptions of what is in there, we can instantly interpret in terms of our culture. That's a little difficult. Language is a challenge. You know, if I say, when you suddenly stormed into the room where I was, wow, you frightened the life out of me. I don't think the next part of the story is, and the doctor arrived, confirmed, yes, Martin was dead, now the funeral will be. No, it doesn't mean that. We know that. But that would be taking the language literally. And sometimes when we come to Scripture, ancient literature, ancient culture, we can make a huge mistake if we simply want to take everything literally and take it out of its context, plant it into our context, and assume it's writing to us and our time. It isn't doing that. Language, literature is a challenge. And when we come, as we will later on, to a book such as Revelation, then we come not just to metaphors, we certainly have those in there, but we come to what is called apocalyptic literature. And apocalyptic literature was of a particular type, or as we call it technically, a particular genre. And we have to understand that in terms of genre. I like to compare it to a cartoon. You know, you might draw a cartoon, for example, of a politician, and you might draw the politician as a particular type of animal. Now, what you're not trying to communicate is that the politician is that animal, but you're drawing pictures, you're painting a picture. And that's what we'll come to when we come to the book of Revelation. So we're into some challenging territory, some very exciting territory, because I want to try to take us through Scripture so that we have things in its context, aspects in its context, and that we don't lose sight of where it all began, which obviously was with the creation story. For me, eschatology is essentially the big sweep from creation to new creation. What's the storyline? What's it pointing to? Where is this going to take us? How is God going to bring us with creation to that final end point? That really is the sweep of eschatology. So welcome to the series. Please have patience. Please go on the journey. And let's just see where this might take us. Ancient piece of literature, many challenges, but I really hope it's going to be rewarding for us. So here we go.